Hi, welcome to Gold Nugget, JAW_success. If this is your first time to the channel, let me welcome you. If you have already subscribed, let me thank you for joining me on this growth path. Now, let me invite you to share, leave comments, give your feedback as to the impact of these nuggets on you. Send them to somebody who you think need to hear these words. There are over 100 nuggets that you can scroll through, listen, and just, as they would say in the old days, pick sense out of nonsense, so to speak. But welcome to the channel. Welcome to Gold Nugget. Today, my nugget is a question, and the question is, what do you really want to do? And the reason I'm asking this question is, many times as individuals, we come to a crossroads and we don't know what to do. It is as if we are stuck and we find it difficult to move because we just don't know what to do. Well, can I submit to you that anytime we reach to this position in our lives where we don't know what to do, it's because we really don't know what we wanted to do in the first place. And I will say this because anytime we know what we want to do, we strategize, we put down, as it were, pen to paper, and we have a list of do this, then afterwards do this. In other words, we have a checklist of stuff that we plan to do. And the only time we don't know what to do next, right, is when we have crossed off all of the things that we have on the list. Because if you have a plan and that plan includes stuff that needs to be done, this first, then that, then so on and so forth, then anytime we get stuck, all we simply need to do is move to the next thing on the paper. Now, you may say that sometimes you need to change or you need to reevaluate the strategy. The thing on the paper is not working, so you can't leave it because it's such an important part. You can't leave it to go to the next thing on the paper. You have to do this one first. Well, if that is the case, then it simply means what to do next would be a step back, a re-evaluation of the present thing that is on the paper, and then see whether or not it is necessary at all. Because anytime we become stuck, it is a case of, may I say, poor planning. There's a saying that says, poor planning leads to poor result. And if we do not plan properly, then we fail. Now, let me use this analogy. Anytime we come to a crossroads and we are stuck, anytime we don't know what to do next, it's because we are either too dependent upon others or something else, or second, we ourselves did not take the time to properly evaluate the journey. We did not look at what the costs would have been. And so let me say this, and I did say I'm using an analogy. Let's say we're going on a journey. We're going to somewhere for the first time. If we come to a crossroad and stuck, it's because we did not plan the route. We did not look at a map and say, okay, this is where it is going to take me. These are the roads or the streets or the highway or whichever that we need to go on. We need to come off junction 7, or we need to turn right at junction 8, or when we come to the roundabout, we need to go left or take the third right. We did not plan those kind of stuff. We just got up, think that we know it, and drove out And then when we reach to a particular place, because it is the first time we're going there, we get lost. We don't know where we're going. If we had properly planned the journey, means look at the map, look at what it will take to get us there, and then say, should I come to a roadblock, then this is the next road to take. If we had also given ourselves enough time to reach it, then we can always detour and come back on track. But a lot of times we do not give ourselves sufficient time. A lot of times we do not put the necessary things in place. We just think we know it, run off into space, and then we stuck and we begin to cry. Or we begin to cuss out everybody around us. The next part of it is we're too dependent. Let's say we're dependent on technology. So we expect Siri to know. We expect Alexa to know. We expect SatNav to know. We expect the various navigation guides to know. Now, let's say we come to a place where the satellite or the internet connection drops. We do not know where we are. The arrow just keeps spinning. It no longer tells us turn left. It no longer tells us continue straight on. Because what? We have been dependent upon. We have shelved our dream and give it to somebody else to manage for us. So when we come to that place where either the individual is no longer managing the dream for us, or we are at this place where the situation that we had thought would work is no longer working, we don't know what to do. So what should you do next? What is the dream you actually wanted? Because when you get to that place and you stuck, I would say go back to the dream. Go back and look at what do you want to do in the first place. When this rejection came, what did you want to do in the first place? When you did not get the money that you wanted to accomplish the task that you wanted, what do you do next? Because sometimes we behave as though we are just going with the flow. It's the river of life carrying us. And when the river reaches to a particular place, it no longer is carrying us. We're going with the flow and then we end up somewhere, anywhere. No, that's not how it goes when we are the ones in charge of our lives. We properly plan the journey. We look at the obstacles that might come and we say, this might be a problem. And when it becomes a problem, then we move, we go around. So the nugget is simply asking, what do you want to do in the first place? Because if you know what you want to do in the first place, then the obstacle becomes, all right, I'm going to move to the next one. I am saying to you, if you have it down on paper, step 1, I am going to do this. Step 2, I'm going to do this. Step 3, I'm going to do this. If you are baking a cake, it goes with steps. I'm not a baker myself, but my dear wife always doing her baking. It's her therapy, as it were. And I am in the kitchen sometime looking. So you have to, okay, step 1, you have to break the eggs. Step 2, you have to butter the can, and so on and so forth. So when you come to a place that you are stuck, I'm simply saying, go back and look at what you wanted to do in the first place. Check the what's the word I'm looking for? Check the checklist and see if what you have on the checklist has been crossed out. If it's not crossed out, move to the next one. And if you can't, move to the next one because the first one is a must done first, then you need to ask for help. You need to evaluate the first one. You need to do all of that kind of stuff. But do not stay stuck. Do not tell yourself, I don't know what to do next. I don't have an idea of where I am going. You know where you're going. Put the plans in place and go there. This is JAW saying, by all means necessary, create a way out. Because as long as you know where you're going, you know what you need to do next. All right? God bless you. Bye.